gotta do that to sync the audio up.
Yeah, for you newbies that don't know anything about.
I knew it.
Alright.
Anyway, so welcome to our second ever podcast. And we're joined by two of our friends.
Well, I wouldn't say friends, but like people that we know.
Yeah, we've come into contact
What do
with.
you mean? We're neighbors.
Don't want to tell everyone where we live.
Or you do, and then you want random stalkers to come to your house.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, so
what were we talking about?
Can the camera see all of us? Are
Yeah.
you sure? Did you check already?
You don't trust me? Have a look.
Okay.
What a great way to
I'm
start.
pretty sure Vincent tried.
See?
Good. Wait.
Alright.
Lean back.
Fantastico.
You can't lean back too much because.
Well, I'm not gonna talk like this.
Just like, hi guys! What's up?
Yeah.
So you guys are both from Germany, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys both don't look German at all. You're like the
Sorry,
first
what a
No, like,
stereotype.
I lived there for 13 years. but-
13 years.
Yeah.
God
You're
damn.
an old soul.
So I'm real German. No, but I'm not. Like,
How does it feel that Germany got kicked out of the World
Yo,
Cup?
Shut the fuck up!
I don't watch TV.
Oh, dude, don't
I'm
remind
glad I
me.
didn't even watch the game. I was gonna lose 2 hours of my sleep to watch it. But
To watch that disappointment.
I watched it and dude, I just wanted to bury myself. I swear to God, I'm so embarrassed.
How would you bury oneself? Would you have to like dig yourself a grave?
he just goes there.
And then you would have to throw the dirt on top of yourself. And then pat it down, like get the arm out, pat it down.
Hey, it's possible. Just like how you can, like, you know, when you're in the sand and you like bury yourself in the sand. You can
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon if you put fertilizer in and you ate like an apple seed, it would like grow outside of you and into an apple tree?
I hope not.
If you ate the
Random.
fertilizer, maybe. If you ate some soil. No, seriously. Like, what if you?
Saphira's very serious right now. I see it on her face. She's like diving deep
I'm, like,
into
cracking.
all her knowledge to like.
Trying to
I'm
push it
thinking
sound
about
smart.
this right now, though.
Yeah.
You eat a seed, and you put some soil in your body and some fertilizer,
Photosynthesis.
but you just need some sunlight.
All right, enough of this bullshit. Is there anything that you guys want to like talk about? Any like serious topics that, or like any
Any
I
recent
told
things that
Vincent.
came up
I
to?
already- Vincent
What was
knows.
this? The
Because I'm gonna make fun of it. This is my job, like just to make things funny.
Oh.
I cannot do serious
It's
at
gonna be a
all.
roast of Saphira today.
It's just and
Oh, no.
Sarah and Vincent.
Well, you don't know me well enough to roast.
What, are you serious? After all we've been through in that car ride,
That was the first time we met at the Toga
Like,
party. That was the only time.
I didn't remember that. So like literally this morning was the first time in my eyes
in
that
the
we've ever
car.
met.
You're like,
You know why I didn't remember that? I just found out today why.
Because I was sleepy.
He was on Panadol.
I was on Panadol. A lot of Panadol.
Me too. Legitimately though, because I was actually.
Are you saying his is not legit
Yeah,
Panadol?
what would you assume I was taking? Not that it wasn't Panadol. Wink, wink.
Which Panadol do you guys take? Do you guys take the
Nurofen.
regular
You take the one with the gel in it.
Oh, the Nurofen. I
Yeah.
took Nurofen last night.
Because
I
Nurofen's
was
for like
switched between Nurofen and Panadol. I just took some aspirin now.
you snort
I
your
thought you were about to
Panadol,
say
right?
acid.
Acid. No.
Because you were very long with the ass.
Ass.
So I was like, acid?
I took some
Aspirin.
ass.
I ate some acid from my head.
So yeah, recap on this week. What's been interesting? Exams are done.
Exams are done.
Very much done.
We talked about that last week.
I'm not studying, so I'm a single mother of two
Yeah.
girls.
How's that? Because we were talking this morning about how I would be so scared to be a parent, just like straight up. I would have to lock up my children in like a cage and just never let them out of my sight.
Literally like when they're alone in a room and they're just playing, you're like, fuck, what if they bang their head against something? Like, I'm constantly paranoid. And I'm always like, Sophie, and she's just doing like whatever she's doing.
She's doing something.
When we're in the playground, I'm always like, what? She's just like, leave me alone. Like, you don't need to touch me when I'm at the playground. I'm like, no, I don't want you to fall.
I would be so scared that they would just choke on anything.
No.
Like with
Oh, yeah,
babies.
that'd be
I was an
so sad.
idiot kid, so like I literally ate anything that was on the floor. Like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know how many times my parents had to like stop me from eating dog shit. Like, I was like, oh, chocolate. I was like,
Why not?
"Oh, shit."
Yeah, I was that kid as well. Like anything on the ground, I just eat it.
Like literally, I would make mud cakes, and then I think guys are just like that.
Mud
guys,
cakes.
guys.
There's like two different types of mud cakes. You got the really nice chocolate mud cake, and then you've got the
The
5-year-old mud cake, which is
is
where
actually
you get
mud.
actual mud. And for some
Oh,
reason, it's
really?
called a cake.
Yeah, and I'd like remember like my mom would dress me up in like white shirts, and then I'd go around, and then she'd like run around in mud, and then like come back like with brown beige shirts, and I'd be like, wash this now. So that was me as a child.
By the
Yeah.
way, just to clarify, she's not actually a mom. She's just an au pair who takes care of 2 children.
We make friends with people not from this country.
Because we're foreigners.
Au pair is such a fancy word. It's just
I know. I think it's French.
you're a babysitter, right?
It's like I live with them. I take care of the kids and like
Yeah.
help in the household.
I guess there's pros and
It's
cons
like-
and stuff. Cause like,
Yeah, I mean it's been an experience. Honestly, the responsibility I had to carry was huge, and I was very overwhelmed. But it was cool. Like,
Big
it's
learning
cool.
curve.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
It's a big.
Wait,
a
you
mother.
guys? Sorry, you guys live.
I'm ready to mother a child.
You guys both live on your own. How's that?
I
Like
don't
that's.
live on my own.
Oh well. Wait, you don't live. You live kind of on your own.
Not with your
I-
family.
Yeah,
All right, Farf and Safira.
Okay.
Sarah, how does it feel living on your own?
You mean in other words to not live in your home country, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. No, well, no, that's not what I meant. I meant like not living with people that you know, but like.
Well, she lives with her
We are
boyfriend.
living with people that we know.
Well, okay, never mind. Can we cut
Wait,
this part out? I look like an idiot.
Are you guys actually drinking that one?
It's really hot. It's really nice.
I feel like I look classy when I do it. I'm like,
I feel like it's
Cheers.
like a
This is
true.
hot water, by the way.
just I'm clumsy, so I have to be very
Fancy.
careful with the laptop and the mic and the.
Anyways, recap on yesterday night.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that was
Oh, I
horrible.
missed
What was
out.
last night? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
what
do you want
happened?
to explain it, Vincent?
Well, okay. So we've realized from that day that we've become a massive bitch.
Huh?
I've never felt like more of a bitch in my life.
Yeah. Okay.
In
That's
other
right.
words,
Wow.
aka pussy, not bitch.
Okay.
You guys
Why
Thank
can't
you
we
for
just
Thanks
say-
for rubbing it in my
Why-
face.
Why can't we just say wimp? Why do we have to say pussy?
Okay, fine, wimp.
Wimp.
They're
Yeah.
Yeah.
total wimps. We went to Ivy last night and they could not approach any woman at all.
That's not bad.
Well, I approached
I
3.
can't approach guys.
I look. Well, I did my flirting, which is like going to the end of the room and just like staring at people until they look. They look at me and they're like,
I feel like it's just we got so comfortable in the
Yeah.
because like we kind of had our friendship group
Mhm.
and we had the cool people in our lives. So it's like, oh, we don't have to go out and talk to people and meet new people.
Yeah,
and
that's
then we've kind of fizzled back to our really awkward.
where we
met
started from.
days.
We're literally at ground zero again.
Yeah, so it's like we're gonna start again.
Yeah,
And
you guys-
it's not even just talking to girls. It's just literally just talking to anyone. For
Yeah.
me, like, it
just
was
approaching people.
yeah, and just like talking to people like that I don't know, because like I'm just like, what are they thinking? Because like my personality is a bit too big sometimes, and like it overwhelms some people.
True.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know how to act because I'm like, do I show my true self or is it too out there?
Do you think you should always show your true self?
Yeah.
Hell no,
I-
no,
Unless-
not that shit. Keep it inside.
No,
Bury it
take
deep
it
down.
out.
No,
Unless you're a
I mean-
serial killer, then just maybe hide it for the
Or a
rest of your life.
pedophile, yeah,
Or
just
that,
keep
hide
that
it for the rest
in
of your
there.
life. Other than that, I think you should be yourself.
No, what do
you
you?
should be yourself too, but sometimes like I'm always like maybe I should contain myself. You know when you're with a big group of people and everyone's really calm and you're the only one who's like yeah, and you feel
I'm
like,
The only
never
one
made
that sounds
sound in
like
my
a
life. I'm never. Hey guys.
throughout my school life, like
They'll think
everyone
you're a
was like,
psycho and they'll take you
And
to
I-
like a mental hospital.
I never cared though if people thought I'm a psycho. It's just
I like that
fun.
about Sarah. Sarah can get along with anybody. Like,
Mm.
like I
I'm a
always see like
chameleon.
she's laughing at the
Yeah.
unfunniest shit that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's like, "Hey, what's your name?"
She's like,
My name's Sarah. I'm like, wait, what? What just happened? Sarah has this amazing ability to make her laugh seem genuine, or like she's actually like
It is
she's just laughing at random shit. I'm like, I don't understand how.
Yeah, I think that's just her way of like not knowing what to say. You know?
Yeah.
It's just laughs. It's a nervous laughter.
Sarah, can you please explain this nervous laughter of yours?
Oh my god, guys! Amanda was about to have surgery, and instead of calming her down, like as a
You
good
laughed
friend,
at her.
I was fucking laughing. I was like, I really hope you're not gonna die because I was nervous. Okay, I even laugh when I cry. Like
if you
imagine
died
her at a funeral,
Yeah.
everyone's like bawling your eyes out, and then she's just like.
Has anybody seen Wedding Crashers where that guy goes to the funeral to pick up like girls that are like
No, that's weddings, isn't it?
wedding? And then also like there's another guy, Will Ferrell's character goes to funerals because he's like they're the most emotionally like deprived.
Yeah.
And so like you just need to. I was like that is
funny,
so
maybe.
messed up. But I really want to try it, but that's so messed up.
I really want to try it. Can't wait for the next funeral.
Yo,
Come on, hurry up!
somebody die already. All my friends are too young. Like yo.
no, but seriously, you guys should be yourself. What's that quote from Dr. Seuss that we saw in the video?
Be who you are and say what you feel. I'm gonna remember this
The ones
because
who care.
because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't
Don't
mind.
mind.
It's
So-
true. Though.
It is very true.
I don't believe it at all.
So-
I'm not.
But don't you reckon like
I think-
society's like collectively paralyzed in that sense because everyone nowadays is like caring so much about what other people.
You know what? Actually, no.
I feel like,
Like-
it was always like that. I don't think it's nowadays. I feel like
But I think it's more
always
inflated
been
because of
like-
like social media and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I remember since I was younger, because my older sister is her best friend. That's how I know her. And she was always like, they were fucking weird. They were so weird. But me
Oh my
growing
God,
up,
yeah.
watching them be weird, like I told my sister the other day, like without her, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Like kind of being myself and
Yeah.
like people tell me that they feel comfortable around me, that they could be themselves around
Yeah.
me. It's
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I show them, or like, you know, you give this environment, like, you know, it's cool, like everyone should be yourself, like you can be as weird as you want
No,
to
very true.
I think it was also our
Yeah,
high
I think
school
it's-
though.
But it's again, it's
Yeah.
another thing.
Because
Like,
be. It's
the
true
cool
though.
people in our high school, like the bully
Yeah.
ones, were the
There
ones that
no
were the
cool
weirdest
people.
ones.
Like, I don't know, there was no such thing, at least in
I
my
think there's something to do with like when you be completely yourself. There's that thing about genuineness, and then people are attracted to that
yeah.
and want to be around
People
people that are
admire
genuine.
that.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like if you are yourself and you like all jokes aside, if you are yourself and you're vibrating in a certain way, people will kind of draw like that. Vibrating in the same pattern will kind of draw to you.
Yeah.
Like they'll see your energy and they'll kind of match it. Whereas like if people don't like your energy, they'll just like drift apart.
Yeah.
And I also think like a lot of the times when people say like they don't care what anyone else thinks, when they say that, it's because they do care what anyone else thinks, what everyone thinks, and they wish they didn't. So there's like a really big difference between saying it and actually being it. I think a lot of people just say it, but in reality, like if you told them, okay, you're in front of a group of people and you be your complete genuine self, like imagine like you behave the same way in front of that group of people as you would say if you're at home by yourself just messing around. Would you actually do it to that extreme? No, because you care what the other people think, even though you say that you don't.
You always carry yourself in a certain way
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
want to come off a specific way. It's also like, I remember I had a few friends in high school. We kind of drifted.
Yeah.
And then when we became friends again, they were honest with me and they told me like, I was they told me that they were a bit intimidated by me because of social media and how I portrayed myself on social media. And I was shocked, and since then I cared so much about like but I cared so much about how people
Perceived you?
Yeah, exactly, through social media. And I was like, am I coming off too intimidating? Am I coming off like a bitch? Like I don't know, I cared so much about it and I tried so hard to seem nice. But at the end of the day, it's like, does it matter what people on freaking Instagram think of you?
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's also to do with the fact that you are the center of your universe, and that everything that happens to you entirely, but you, relative to everything else going around you, you're literally just a little speck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny little.
Same.
I'm kind of glad that I don't have a resting bitch face. So I've never had that
I
problem
don't have a resting
in my
bitch
life.
I don't have a resting bitch face, but apparently I come off very, like as a bitch or an arrogant.
Oh,
And I really took it to heart. You know.
Yeah, I had the same issue. I was posting bikini pictures on Instagram because that was only after I moved.
Bow chicka bow wow.
That was after I moved to Australia because it was normal here.
Yeah.
Every fucking girl has fucking
Yeah,
bikini pictures on
everyone.
Instagram. And then I found out how people in Germany were fucking judging me. Like, even my youngest sister came up to me and she was like, oh, my guy friends said that they think you're hot and shit like that. You know, like, hearing those things from, like, your little sister's, like, guy friends saying that is so fucking
uncomfortable.
Yeah, Schnuffel's friends. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was kind of weird. And I know that people were judging, but...
This is kind of weird. I don't know if we might cut this out, but like, it was like this weird thought I had when I was going home yesterday. Walking home, like,
I want to hear this. Yeah.
It was so weird because like basically, okay, I do dress a bit like offish, right? Because I like wear a hoodie and like my hat, and I'm brown, so like I was walking home and I was walking with someone, right? And like out of nowhere I was looking at my phone and I saw something funny. I started laughing and this girl just started running. Like, she started running, right?
Shit.
So I was like, yo,
Maybe she's just racist.
no, but then I went into her mind. I'm like, if I'm walking right next to some like random guy that could probably like hurt the shit
so
out
you
of me.
didn't know this person?
No. I was just walking because like we were walking to
the same
like,
direction.
Same direction. And then like she started running. So I'm
laughing though? Were you like proper?
well, not many. I was like, I was just like,
Or you just like this?
yo, that's probably pretty funny. But like, she started running. So I was like, okay, I kind of get from her perspective, like. If a random guy that could probably hurt the shit, because I never have to think about that when I'm walking down the street.
I don't know if it's the laughing, but sometimes like these thoughts come into.
Yeah, like I've never had that thought, but I like as a girl, do you guys get those
Why
thoughts?
do you even think she was running because of you? Maybe you should think like look at it from a
Because
different
like,
perspective.
well,
Maybe
clearly
No,
she's not running randomly. She's like, yo, I forgot my morning jog. Let's catch that up right now.
Maybe she realized, oh shit, I'm late or something, and then she
At
started
like
running.
12 a.m. at night. So what?
No, that
I didn't
could
catch
be,
my bus.
That could be,
Yeah.
but I do get your point. Because
Yeah.
sometimes like, especially back home, like the harassment over there was
Yeah.
unreal. And
Yeah,
I would be in the
Fuck
train.
yeah.
That's something that
And-
I'm like, because I have a little sister.
It's like because girls have that added element where
Yeah.
it's like you can get sexually assaulted.
The worst-
And about you just get paranoid about everything, and at some point you just start like feeling this hostility towards men, which you don't want to feel as well. Like, you don't want
It's also
to
because
feel
humans have a negative bias, so you have a tendency to lean
Yeah.
Think
towards the
negative.
negative scenario.
Yeah.
There's also this there's also idiots out there. So like my friend was telling me, we were just talking about like this. There was a guy when she was 14. He wanted to ask her out, I think, or he liked her, and she kind of knew. And then he, instead of asking her out, he kind of followed her home because he was like trying to get up the courage until she was like literally opening the door. And then he asked her out, and
That's
I'm like,
the thing
dude, what in your mind was going on? Like,
Imagine
you
the
think
girl.
like she's gonna open the door and be like, oh yeah, come in? Like, no, she's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, so like he literally followed her home. So I technically like I definitely get like why girls.
Yeah,
are,
you get that a lot in Germany. Like, I feel super safe in Australia, but literally, like, I don't want to judge or something, but there's like a lot of Turkish men and stuff. They actually like follow you home and they keep on like talking to you.
I wouldn't say it's only Turkish men.
Okay,
I feel
but
like there's a lot
mainly-
of. I mean, you don't know.
Mainly
It could be anything.
connect-
It could
Any
be
guy.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
freaking like.
I wouldn't.
But then I also get it from the guy's perspective. Like it takes a lot of balls
But
to
if
get
you-
up.
I
there.
mean,
that's another
You
thing.
tell
A lot
them
of
to
the
go away
time,
and they don't go away though.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
so I guess not every guy, but a lot of the
'Cause they're
time
really
when a guy comes off like, I guess creepy, it's just because he's shy and
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't.
Yeah, I mean.
No, you can tell from the
But
face
you can
expression.
tell like.
Like,
you
Yeah.
can-
They do
sometimes-
Oh,
the
yeah.
eyes.
Exactly.
There are
Sometimes
creepy guys
you are
out there.
paranoid,
Yeah.
but sometimes people are just full. What annoys me as well is not just the men who do that, but it's also the people who you are surrounded with, surrounded by, and don't do anything. So often it happens that they clearly can see that you're uncomfortable. I mean, there's been moments where I would tell the person to fuck off, and people would be around like there and wouldn't say anything. And
I guess
I'm
to
just
that
like,
ex-
it's
to that
just-
extent, like obviously if someone says fuck off, then you can straight away tell.
But-
But another thing like you got to realize is that I was reading about this, that like girls are much more like emotionally in touch than guys, in the sense that they can read other people's emotions and facial expressions and stuff very easily. So you know how how someone feels. But a guy, it doesn't
Dude,
work
we don't
like that.
understand.
You can't tell.
When a girl says I'm fine, I'm like, all right, you're definitely fine. I'm just gonna leave you alone.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, clearly my apology worked. Like, I can,
Oh my god.
and then I find out afterwards. No.
I'm fine.
Yeah, no,
No.
girls are
But
complicated.
yeah, it's
Or when I ask a girl, like, what do you want to eat? And she's like, you choose. It never means you choose. It means, like, fucking figure it out. Read my mind, bitch. Like,
no, but sometimes you want them to kind of, like, be, give suggestions. Be like, oh, I know this really cool Italian place down the street. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I could go for Italian.
Yeah.
But then also McDonald's.
48 chicken nuggets, please.
That's what I was thinking. No, but seriously, I had like men in the train like fucking grab my ass or something like that.
Shit.
Or telling, like whistling after you and saying like, ooh, sexy ass and all that. Like really
in Germany.
degrading, objective
happens,
things. Like,
happens a lot.
That's scary.
It's actually like already sexual harassment.
When you're alone, you're also scared to speak up, because what a lot of people don't notice as well is that harassment is protected by a culture of silence, and that is also why, like, you feel.
So a lot of like sexual assaults and rapes just don't really get heard of.
Exactly, because sometimes you also question, like, when someone gives you a specific look, you're like, oh, am I just being paranoid? Like, is this even, am I allowed to speak up? And it's just. It's upsetting. It's upsetting that it even happens, and it's upsetting that it's still.
Luckily,
guys, I had a fucking guy wank off to me in the train.
I've heard that so common. I've had
really?
seven or eight people that
you have no idea.
Literally, we were standing. We were like sitting in a circle.
And
5 guys.
This is why you live in Sydney.
And they were like, no, it happened in Sydney. They were like,
what?
Yeah, they were like talking. I was like, what's the weirdest experience? Because somebody's taking a shit right in front of me on the bus. So I was just like, that was my word. And then like all these 7 girls are like, oh yeah, this guy jacked off in front of me on the train.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, that's so common? That happens like recent, like.
That's so fucked up.
Like, what in your mind, like, do you think like,
I feel like it's these guys that have gotten to a point of such desperation because
he was young and actually quite good looking. That's the part that confused me.
Oh, he's probably just fucked in the head then.
Yeah, he probably got drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was so scary.
But on the bright side, sexualization is becoming more common because I saw my first Pakistani condom ad, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen because they didn't show anything. So it was literally just like a packet, and it was. I was like, yeah, why are you fingering your mouth, dude? You're mouth raping yourself, like. Yeah. All right. Well, my Pakistani condom story didn't go down well, but okay, fine. Yeah. It was interesting to me.
I don't even know what you meant with that. But okay. I was just laughing
because you're being nice. Because that's a Sarah fake laugh. I knew it.
See, I told you. It's her filler.
I make people feel comfortable and awkward whenever I want.
See, I don't like fake laughs. So when I
what about those people that like. They're not comfortable in silence.
I don't like Sarah. Just
I'm not comfortable in well, yeah, I am comfortable in silence, but not in awkward silence.
No, I love
actually
silence.
make it awkward.
I love awkward.
You can make it
silence.
awkward, you can make it awkward.
Well, no, because
if I feel like it's awkward, I'd be like.
It depends. Like if both people feel awkward, or if it's just you that feels awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's just me that.
So like sometimes like for example, my dad, like we were sitting in the car and we're driving. And then like he doesn't talk a lot, so like I'm literally talking nonstop, and then there's like a moment of silence, and then I feel awkward, and then I have to keep talking.
In front of his dad?
And he just feels normal, but like for me, I'm just like, oh, so how's your day? How's your day? And like he's not answering. I'm like, oh, good, that's really nice.
But I feel like it also depends on with who you are, if you feel comfortable or not. Like if you're comfortable with that person, you don't even notice the silence.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
but if you're comfortable, you're like, fuck, I need to talk now.
If it's someone random,
oh my god, it's
like,
gonna be
shit.
awkward.
Yeah.
I remember I was once with this guy who I had just met. No, we were in this car for 45 minutes, and I just didn't feel like talking. Yeah. So we were in silence for 45 minutes.
I feel like I was kind of scared because I was like, car, first time met, 45 minutes ago. Like, is that me? And I was like, all right, cool. It's not silent.
No, and I was just like, I'm gonna sleep now. I literally said I pretended to sleep, but I didn't.
I feel like
that's even more awkward because you're just like awake and you're like, do I make snoring sounds?
I honestly feel like the longer you delay it, the more awkward it gets.
I think just talk or just put on music. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, put on some music.
Music makes it
awkward. I never thought about that.
Or just like communicate with your eyes, just like.
Oh yeah, that's not awkward.
While driving.
Hey Sarah, what am I telling you?
Hey, look at me.
I just told you did a nice shit in the bathroom.
Thank you for telling me the whole world.
Called out.
What amazing shit. Oh my god.
Yo, called out.
Okay, yeah. Anyway.
Oh god.
By the way, we're very open. Like we literally talk about everything.
Yeah. Not me. I don't talk about anything. I just guard everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare cut that out.
I'm gonna cut I'm editing, so I'm literally cutting nothing. Nothing.
Lazy
Even the
fucker.
times I failed and like nobody laughed
Yeah.
at anything, I'm just keeping that in. And it's gonna be crickets.
Is that your grills?
What?
The fuck was that? It's
Wait, you snuck into a movie.
what?
You snuck into
That's
a
what we
movie.
did this week.
How did
It's
you do
illegal.
that?
Oh!
Into a movie.
Yeah,
Oh!
you lawbreaker.
That's not even such a big deal, guys. Like, wasn't it yesterday actually? Anyway, we watched me and my
How
friend
do I know? You're the one living.
I don't know, who are you asking here? Like, yo, dude, was it yesterday?
Anyway, like, yeah, we went to see Jurassic Park and there was nobody standing there, so we were just like, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna go in, and it worked. I'm telling you guys, go to Bondi Junction Cinema.
I used to movie skip a lot.
What's that? You just
When
watch
you
half
buy
and then
one
fuck
ticket,
it?
And you stay there all day.
One ticket.
Oh.
And then you go into the next, yeah.
That sounds so cool for something so lame. Movie skip.
I know, right?
It's not lame at all. You save so much money.
Just see
I
all
was-
the movies available in one day.
I watched 3 movies once, and 2 were like Marvel. Fuck, they're like so long, so I was like dying at the end.
And you're just like,
Like literally dying.
Guys, I met a celebrity, by the way, apparently.
Another update of the week. I met a celebrity who was in
Yeah.
a movie with Rob Pattinson.
Exactly.
I don't think it was even Robert Pattinson. It was probably some guy named
No!
Rob Pattinson.
I-
Like some guy.
I googled it.
There's a lot of Rob Pattinsons
Yeah,
out
there's
there.
like some random white guy named Rob Pattinson.
Some
No.
random famous name.
Yeah.
You're just so proud of it.
I am. I feel honored. I'm joking.
I'm trying
I
to
don't care.
think what happened to me this week that was so exciting.
Nothing.
Wait.
So I went to church on Tuesday.
Wow. On Tuesday, not
Every
Sunday.
Tuesday I go to church with my child.
What about
Yeah.
Sunday?
No.
No.
That's a very
Fuck
weird
that.
day for church.
No, I'm not actually religious, but
Your kids are.
my kids are.
One thing I hate,
Guys, that's the famous person I met. His name is
who is
Richard
it?
Green.
Show.
It's like a creepy old man.
That's legit. I'm pretty sure that guy like.
Why would be he?
He's
going-
got Aboriginal
Why would
descent.
he be
Oh, okay.
going with?
One
You
thing
know what
I-
is weird? Because it's like if you were on a train and you saw a celebrity
Robert
and you went up to them and you're like, oh my god, it's whoever it is. Like that would be like pretty cool. But
That's my
he
favorite.
came up to
Yeah,
you and he was
yeah,
like,
I know.
hey, what's up? I'm famous.
that would, if I was famous, I'd be like, yo, did you know?
I know, it was like random. Like me and my girlfriend, like after cheerleading training, we took the train home, and then he just randomly came up with his guitar, and then just randomly started talking to us.
Yo, I don't think
He's like, do you want a selfie? Do you want a selfie? I'll give you a selfie. I won't even charge you. Please take my selfie.
Hey,
Yeah.
Google me.
They wanted my number, so I guess.
Yo, he was not
Oh.
famous.
Yeah, he's some random guy that like made an eye.
Have you guys ever met any
Googled
famous?
Yeah, I did. I met this Bollywood guy named Paresh Rawal. So we were going on a bus, right? And my mom sees him and she's like, "Oh shit, that's a celebrity!" And the bus is going, and it just stopped at the stop, so he's going from the stop to the next stop. And literally, me and my mom run down, and we fucking bang on the door to let us out. We let it go out, and then it turns out it wasn't even him. But we just say it is him. Cause he was some random guy that we invited to our house for tea. But that's
fuck?
I met when I was lifeguarding at Sydney Olympic Park. I met Neil Kohakar.
oh
Who's
shit.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Is that comedian guy, the
Brown guy.
the little brown guy?
No.
Yeah,
Why do you have to say
Aussie.
little? Brown guy just means little. Alright? You don't have to.
Okay.
Perfect example. I'm joking.
But yeah,
I'm
so like
6'5",
he'd come in for a swim quite regularly every week,
Oh,
and
shit.
then if I do a day shift, I just see him paddling up and down.
I just remember I met Richard Hammond once at the BBC.
That's so cool. I want to meet
Is
him.
that another Richard?
It's the Top Gear crew.
top great guy.
You guys don't watch Top Gear?
Maybe they don't have it in Germany
met
because they
Justin
all have like
Bieber's
Ferraris in Germany, like
I met
Bugattis.
Justin Bieber's mom.
You met
That's
Justin
pretty cool.
Bieber.
Random.
Yo, do you not know the story?
No.
Can you please elaborate on how you met Justin
Okay,
Bieber's? Not Justin Bieber, her mom.
Mom!
Yo, I chose that word on purpose.
No.
That was in his slip of the tongue.
I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
12 or 13. huge Justin Bieber fan, and he came to Berlin for a concert. It was his first concert in Berlin. And me and my friends were the biggest believers back then. And we couldn't get tickets because there were no tickets. And so
you asked Justin Bieber's mom for tickets?
Basically what we did was we watched Never Say Never, which was his movie. We saw how they would give out tickets to fans in front of the venue, and we were like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen to us, let's do that.
Yeah.
My parents were like, dude, what the fuck, like no. And they actually didn't allow me to go, but then we got my friend's dad to come, so we were literally in front of the venue for like 9 hours, asking like these security people, these cleaning people, if they could sneak us in, camera guys, journalists. And
you don't ask to sneak in, you gotta like just sneak in.
Yep, we were young.
Pretend you are the cleaner.
Oh yeah, like little child labor. Some little Asian girl coming in like
sponsored by Nike.
Yo.
So we ended up meeting his dancer, like one of his backup dancers, and his stylist.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, and it was cool because we're like, yeah, we met Justin Bieber's stylist. And
Oh shit.
And we asked them. It was close to the concert now. It was like an hour before. And we asked them like, do you think you're gonna give out tickets? And they were like, it doesn't happen.
Oh wow. It was just for the movie, guys.
They were like,
Never say
that's
never.
what they thought. They were like, oh, we can't make.
And your
it
friend's
a
dad is
concert.
your friend's dad's just like, for fuck's
He
sake.
was like,
9
he
hours.
was at the side, just like on his phone the whole time. Like, what the fuck are these kids doing? And but you know, we still had a lot of hope, so we just went around the venue, and we decided to go walk around the venue once. And at some point, there were like these tour buses behind a fence, and we just saw these people walking out of the tour bus, and I looked and I was like, holy shit, that's Justin Bieber's mom.
I actually know what Justin Bieber's
Yeah,
mom
that,
looks
like,
like.
who knows Justin
You're
Bieber's
a
mom?
fan,
She's
you know.
legit a fan. Like she knows everything about the people she
Yeah,
loves. Like,
yeah.
fan.
Like I really, I'm a dedicated fan.
Of Justin Bieber's mom.
And it turns out it was her birthday that day, but I didn't know that actually. And so we run up to her. There were 5 other fans there, but they couldn't speak English. Lucky for us. So they were just standing there awkwardly. And we were like, yeah, we've been here all day looking for tickets. And they're sold out. And so she was like, yeah, even though it's my birthday, I have 4 front row tickets for you.
And did you get one?
Oh.
Wow.
And it was like at the O2
God.
Arena, so it was huge, and we got front row tickets.
That happened with us and J. Cole. J. Cole, like, we were trying to, so we were trying to get
This is your
J.
Deloitte
Cole.
thing, wasn't
Yeah, we were trying to get J. Cole. You said my company's name out loud. That's fine.
I didn't hear
You
it.
can bleep it out.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out. So, J. Cole, we were trying to get tickets. They were all sold out. We were like, or if we could find them, they were like $400 each. So we were like, fuck that, we're not buying them. And then I go to my client site, and then I get a text from my friend. He's like, dude, J. Cole is at the Opera House. Like, come over quick. And I was like, nah, no way. And then like after about an hour, 2 hours, I find out like they met J. Cole. He gave them front row backstage pass tickets to his show. For those 3 people that like went and saw him, and I was like so pissed. And then like later after, I found out that like so like after the concert, I found out that like the person that works at my company, she also knows the security people, so she took everybody backstage to go meet J. Cole.
So you missed all of that.
I missed all of it
because you're a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah.
Great way to sum it up.
Thanks, Sarah.
I need to give you some advice. Seriously,
Yeah.
you're missing out on so much in life because you keep on fucking ditching us. Yeah.
I'm the ditcher.
You are. I swear to God,
What
that's
do
his
you do?
nickname. He's the ditcher.
Huh?
Why'd you ditch?
Because I dig ditches in the backyard, and then
Because he's an idiota.
No, what I do is I make plans, and then like last minute, either like something else comes up, or I need permission from my parents and I don't get that, or like I just can't be bothered, and so I like.
Well, you'll be moving out in like 1.5 years.
Yeah,
and then you
two.
I'm
free
gonna
will
sneak
to do
out
whatever
of
you
the house.
want.
As soon as I graduate, I'm moving out.
Just
so.
sneak out. Like, they won't notice.
I could, but then
Put like a pillow on
You
your
get beaten when
I
you're
get beat in my ass. And then like the thing is like with brown parrots, you have to choose your battles wisely. So if I like go at this time, then I can't go at the next time. So I have to be like, which one's more important, this time or the next time?
That's how it was with my parents.
Yeah,
as
so
well. At some point, I didn't care. My mom would call me in the club 5 times.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I'm very because I'm like. The arranged marriage is in their hands, so like I want to have be on good terms for.
I swear, I've got an illness. I've got FOMO, guys. Like fear of missing out. I cannot miss.
I
anything.
used to have that in Berlin as well, but now it's so.
I just look at Snapchat and Instagram stories. I'm like,
oh yeah, that makes me feel like
I'm there.
No,
I'm there in spirit and heart.
And then I had this phase where I felt like I had to be everywhere. So I would go to like 4 different parties at one night just so I could go to those.
Sounds like my
but not
schedule.
even like enjoy it, you know.
Also, I still don't like clubbing. I'm not gonna lie. I still don't like clubbing. I'd rather go to university events or.
Yeah, I also think there's like a much bigger openness at university events. Like people are nicer.
They're just kids. They're usually just like 18-year-olds.
That's what I like. That's my demographic.
They're so immature now.
That's what I like.
Says the one that goes to heaps of uni events.
True. Like what? I only go to
like any university event, like for all 4 unis as well. Not a single one.
Excuse me, that was a medicine pub crawl, and that was not just first year; it was like second year.
I didn't even know it was a medicine pub crawl.
We were all dressed up in like fucking like lab coats and like medicine shit and all that stuff,
and I just come in my mini skirt. Hey, what's up? My purple jacket.
Yeah.
How did you guys like that pub crawl? How cool was it? That's Saturday
Which
night.
one
was there?
Was
I
it
was
the more recent one or the one we went to like quite a few months ago?
No, the one on Saturday.
Oh, that was okay. But the one we went to before with wow, which one was it?
I have no clue.
It was the one where we met like
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was also medicine. That was science. That was science. That's the one that I snuck into.
That was UNSW medicine.
Using basically what we did. I don't know if I should give out our secrets or not, but
it's a very easy secret, and I think everyone should try it.
So Vincent, what he did very smartly, bought a bunch of wristbands. And so we have different colored wristbands for every single event.
Did it work?
And so literally I just got like a blue wristband. So Vincent texted me before, he was like, the wristbands are blue. Again, so like I put the blue wristband on and I just walked.
The thing is, this only works for like simple stuff. So like cheap things, usually they just have a plain wristband. It's once they have text and stuff. Yeah. But even then, it's like you could probably find a picture of one and then try to copy that text. Because like people don't look carefully at it.
What I always did back home, because I was so cheap as well, I would always be like, I'm on the list, and then fight with them. And then sometimes I would, they would be like, oh, sorry, there was a mistake, and then give me a stamp. Or sometimes it'd be like, fuck off. You're not on the list. Who do you think you are? Yeah.
That's like in the movies. You're like, oh, I'm on the list, and then you read the first name that comes up. I am Raj Raju.
Yeah. Maybe that would work in your case, but I can't.
Nah, I think Safira is very like. I was talking about this before. She's like very, very ambiguous. Like she could be anything except for brown.
She's like a Drake.
You'd be like, yo, I'm Thailandish, and I'm like, alright, cool.
I could honestly like. Couldn't be.
As long as you don't speak.
Couldn't be Scandinavian.
Because then like your accent gives it away. Just be like,
we.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what it is? We didn't even introduce ourselves.
I think we did. Did we?
Introduced us.
Well, they already know who I am. I am famous, so like.
So like everyone knows me.
Everyone knows me. And honestly, anybody that watches this podcast is usually family or friends, so they probably know us already.
I'm just gonna send it to all my friends. Be like, watch this.
Watch.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe. Replay it.
That was 30. We're 38 minutes in. Can you believe that?
Wow.
We've been talking for 38 minutes.
Fuck, nobody's ever gonna listen to this.
What? What are you talking about?
You'd be surprised. Like all podcasts are really long.
Yeah.
They usually go for like
an hour and a half. But we're gonna be
especially like the guy. Have you guys heard of Joe Rogan?
Oh, he's my favorite.
Yeah, so like he interviews celebrities and stuff. Like some of his podcasts are like 3-4 hours.
And we interview
like you can listen to the whole thing.
And a random person I met today morning
in the car.
The car.
On our way to McDonald's.
And she called me.
We did meet at the toga party, but you don't remember.
We clearly did.
I only remember you because Sarah was telling me that you and Vincent went to Hawaii for a week.
Oh yeah, we did.
And that's like the only memory I have. And
yeah.
Like,
I remember I was talking to you and you were drinking orange juice while I was drinking orange juice.
I was drinking orange juice.
Yeah, that's what I remember that day.
Yeah.
What was I drinking?
Wow.
Water.
I remember talking to you on the balcony.
Mm.
Yeah. that was I think the first conversation. That was my first night in Sydney.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
You went like from the airport straight to partying.
Yo,
You were like, oh, let's drop off our bag and then.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Guys, you have to know she's always sick. Always.
Cool. I know who to like avoid and stay like a meter away from at all times.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, like sick as in like.
Weakest immune system
Oh,
in the world?
you don't know.
Yes,
Like-
that's her.
So maybe you have like dyslexia or something like.
I don't even know, man.
I feel the McDonald's coming up now. It's good.
Basically, we ate 48 nuggets.
Well, we didn't individually eat 48.
Speak for yourself.
48.
It was 48 for
48.
all of us together.
848.
It's not even that much. It's 12.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've eaten 20.
And the shape was a fish. There's one shape that's a fish. One's
Let's
a ball.
actually Google this. Okay, so
Yeah, can we Google?
there's actually different
Let's
types
fact check the shapes of McDonald's.
of 4 types
It's just
of.
nugget shapes.
No, it means
McDonald's
a lot.
has
It's my childhood.
Then they're shitty at shaping.
I remember McDonald's.
Alright, you got the bone, the boot, the ball, and the bell.
The what?
bone.
The bell.
The bell. So
There's a-
that's like
the triangle one.
that shape one.
See, there's no fish.
We should have Googled this.
It looks like a
before
fucking
we-
fish.
before we,
Yeah. So what are the
There's
McDonald's nugget shapes?
Interesting, the bone.
The bow tie. So we got okay. That's Canada. McDonald's Canada. Which one's bow tie? Got bell, ball.
Yeah. Sarah making fart
Bow
noises
tie.
with her ass and
That's
her
me
face.
saying I have no fucking clue.
Well, there's 4 types. There's only 4.
Oh, now we know
See,
Sarah's
others-
language. Like, when she all, it means she has
in
no
class.
clue. Yeah. In the exam, you just hear like in a quiet exam hall.
Yeah, we're talking so cool. I swear to God, I already get bored from like 1
Am
minute.
I the
YouTube
only
videos.
one? Wait, you can see my open path.
But your
My
your
cat.
attention span is very.
Yeah, yours is like
wow.
exponentially low.
It's like you see something like ooh.
Extreme. I meant to say extremely. I said exponentially.
Yeah, my brain
Your
just
foot
goes
is
to stuff
touching my
like.
foot.
Actually.
Wait. So, are you squeamish? Because you're like doing medicine, right? So like.
Squeamish?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It
It's
means
like you get like ungeeked easily.
Oh,
Like, you're like-
no.
like when you see
Blood.
blood.
I openly talk about how good my shit was just then.
No, but
That's
that's
not blood,
different.
though.
No,
Ah,
but that's
okay.
if you see.
Like say if you saw a man severed in half at the
Yeah.
stomach and you could see all these organs.
No. I don't get disgusted. I think it's
she has a
fascinating.
chat.
Yeah, she's psychopathic. All doctors are psychopathic. We know now.
Guys, it's so beautiful.
One of
Oh
my friends
God.
had the best analogy for what being a surgeon's like.
Hmm.
It's like being a mechanic. Like a mechanic fixes cars. A surgeon fixes humans.
Yeah.
So it's like you open it up. Okay, I gotta fix you. Okay, so you're done.
Exactly.
And both overcharged, and you have
must
no
be
clue
so
what they're doing.
emotionally fucked if you could just do that. Like, okay.
But it's just like stitching some clothes, you know? It's the same shit.
So like, if your clothes are bleeding, and they're screaming "ow" every time you.
cry, you're like, oh come on.
Nah, trust me. If you keep on seeing corpse and like the internal organs and shit, you get used to it.
I like finance. Like I'll stick to numbers.
Fuck finance, fuck numbers, fuck math.
I'll stick to kids.
Numbers are the meaning of life.
Looking after kids, right? we're
Kids. No.
take some
Really?
super
You wanna
glue,
do
just like.
suture?
No. Oh my gosh.
What do you want to do in the
no.
future? You
I
don't
don't
know
even
anything.
know what I want to do. In the
That's such a
future.
deep
like,
question.
That's something that's such a common question.
Mm.
Yeah.
We talked about this last
So
week.
hard to
It's kind of hard at 18 to 23
Yeah.
to understand and like
Mm.
decide what you want to do. with
And it's
the
like
rest
you
of your life.
finish a lot of the times you finish high school and then you're pressured to get straight to
Yeah.
uni, pick a degree, pick a career
Yeah,
path,
that's
and then you
true.
don't know.
And then now you're stuck with that for the rest of your
A
life.
lot of people
That's
just.
I
why-
wouldn't say rest of your life,
I'm
but
not
it's a
going
lot
to
of years
uni
gone.
yet.
No, I mean,
That's good, yeah. A lot of people actually do that. They just travel for 1 year. They think, oh, I'm just going to go to... A lot of Germans go to Australia, New Zealand, whatever.
Mm.
And then they think all of a sudden they will know what they want to do in
No, it's
life.
not even about that. It's not about knowing what you want to do in life, but you have more of an
Independence,
understanding
personal
of
growth,
yourself
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
one thing for me, I don't know if this is for everyone. For me though, is like the more choices I have, the more confused I get. Oh, like then I have like
You
3
feel
choices, and I'm
overwhelmed.
like 1, 2, 3. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This is mine.
I don't know what it's called. There is something about that. So it's like say you had like 53 different choices of where you could live around the world.
Mm.
No matter where you pick, you'll feel a bit dissatisfied. Like, oh, I'm missing out on
Yeah.
some other place.
That's because humans
But-
are never satisfied.
But if say that 53, you're only given 3 options of where you would live, and you
It's
pick one of
true.
those 3 options, you'd be much happier, much satisfied, and you won't
It's
feel like you're missing
Really?
out.
Why?
Yeah, there is.
You know when
I don't
you're in
know
a
what it's called,
clothing store and you're in a good one, and you don't end up buying anything because there's just too many good choices.
I think it's called the paradox of choice. I think that's what it's called.
When you're in a thrift store or whatever, there's a lot of ugly stuff, and you find one good thing. You're so happy about finding that one good thing.
And then you find out it's not like in your budget. And you're like, fuck.
No, but I actually never thought about that. That is true.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
I like having a couple of choices, but
we should talk more about like the psychological stuff. You know,
it's called the paradox of choice. So the paradox about how consumers make choices and tyranny of choice both satisfies and maximizes face in today's cluttered markets. The paradox refers to in the title is all about how offering more choice can sometimes mean fewer sales. In a sense, you can't make a decision because there's so many choices.
One thing I really find interesting is like how much psychology goes into like everything around
everything.
Like literally everything. Like even the shop, like the chewing gum. Do you guys call it chewing gum? What do you call it?
Well, yeah. What about that?
Gum, whatever. Yeah. It's like put at the very like start, and then like the fridges are put at the back, and like all of that is like based on
all the cheaper stuff, impulse purchases.
Exactly. It's like god damn it.
Strategies.
I thought it was just like yo, just put the milk there, put this there. It's like
no. They put the most expensive things in like your eye level so that you don't see like the cheap stuff things because they're always at the bottom or something.
And do you know that the companies like they pay to have their stuff put on like a higher shelf, like a shelf where people are going to see it more, and it costs a lot of money. It's like I don't know these specific, but it could be like tens of thousands of dollars just to have it on one shelf, specifically over another one.
That's why I don't buy anything and I starve to death.
How hard it is to find like bio shit. You literally have to like go through like a labyrinth and like go through this mission to find some bio like healthy shit.
Oh really?
Everything that's unhealthy is just presented to you like
it's all colorful.
No, in Germany it's not that hard. In Germany there's organic food everywhere.
Also go Bondi. Bondi is literally just organic food. Everything else is like
depends on where you go. If you're like Eastern Sydney or Western Sydney, big difference.
Still discovering stuff.
I feel like I'm so used to like the shitty food that like when I eat like actual like organic food it just tastes like different.
Yeah, of course.
It's like how can hamburgers be like $2 for like 6? Like that's not normal. Like you just can't do that. But the organic one is like $15 for like 6.
It's true though.
It's like I don't have that in cash for. Should we end it there?
I tried to do a keto diet, like low carb diet, and I swear to God, after I ate carbs, I felt so sick. Like it was like as if my body wasn't used to it anymore.
Yeah, your body technically shouldn't be eating that many carbs.
Yeah, because carbs turns into cholesterol, and people don't know that. They think it's the fat, but it's not fat. It's cholesterol. It's the carbs.
Yeah. Excellent. I think also to the fact like if you look at like tribal times, you didn't have that much access to carbs.
You had nothing.
Really. I mean, apart from like fruits, you got a bit of stuff there.
You had like Tyrannosaurus ass, and that's about it.
They're like hunting meat and stuff. That's all proteins.
But back then they wanted to gain weight so that they can like keep warm in winter, you know.
Yeah.
And now we don't need that anymore. We've got
fucking
other ways to keep ourselves warm.
Tusks. That's all you could eat. Suck the juice out of.
I don't think I could ever do a carb diet. I was just thinking.
I saw Safira's face. She's like zoned out. She's like, she started like looking scared. She's like,
no, I want chicken nuggets. What?
Everyone here is like in some sort of diet, you know. Yeah. Everyone's like.
I feel so jealous for the people that don't have to diet. They're just like naturally thin.
We don't. But carb diet is not because you want to lose weight. Of course, you lose weight as well.
I think it's also to do with how you feel because like your body running on ketones actually makes you feel better. Apparently,
I started drinking water for the first time ever. Wow. Like 5 cups. Like no. Well, I mean like a lot of water. So like one thing I found is I'm peeing like constantly. Like I've never had to go to the bathroom. The second thing is like I think I'm a lot more awake. When I'm dehydrated, I'm just like tired all the time.
Of course, yeah. When you were like, I drank water for the first time, I was like, what the fuck?
No, but in school I used to drink water all the time out of boredom.
Same, yeah. I always took water.
How did that entertain you? You're just like...
It's more interesting than class.
Yeah.
It's just if you have a bottle of water in your hand, you just constantly drink it.
Yeah.
So I was an idiot kid, because like, you know the bubble in the water bottle? I used to play with that. I used to go like, wee, and just like move it.
That was you! I love doing that.
Or like, you get a straw and then you start blowing into the straw, then you make bubbles.
Alright, I wasn't that big of a dropkick. But like if you put like a coin inside a bottle and then shake it, that would like keep me entertained for like an hour, like 2 hours at most.
Really?
I was and now
You're a
kids are like,
simple-minded individual.
dude, I'm still.
That's good.
I look at my phone and I'm like, it's too complicated. Just give me a bottle with a coin in it.
Yeah.
Let me make calls that way.
Yeah. Shall we wrap it up?
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
That's an hour, guys.
What did we talk about? Like we talked
Oh my
about.
god.
We were
talked
jumping
about-
topics like.
We talked about everything.
I
We
can't
talked
remember
about gender stereotypes and stuff.
harassment.
Girls being
Harassment.
scared.
Pick
at
up
night.
and how we are terrified now.
We've become little bitches because we stopped socializing.
I'd
with
say a
people.
big bitch.
Big bitch, yes.
Little.
Yeah, you guys didn't explain what you were like
Wimp,
before.
wimp,
though.
wimp.
Oh, we were crazy good.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
you know
say
how
crazy
we-
good pickup.
how
I'd
we-
say like,
no,
Isn't
I
that
wasn't
how we
crazy
met?
good pickup, but like.
I think like as far as like having like inner confidence in the sense like you're self-assured, you're not worried about other people's opinions, and you're just doing what you really want
Talk
to do.
to anybody.
Yeah,
And
so
make him laugh. I think that's
how I met him. Fun fact: so I met Mikhail off a pickup forum, and did you know that?
I didn't even
So
know
that-
that. What
Well,
the
I
hell?
didn't meet you there. Where we met was
So there was this other guy. Let's call him
B.
Bobby.
Bobby.
So I was talking to a guy called Bobby. No, it wasn't Bobby. It was the other guy. Which guy are we thinking?
Bobby, yeah.
Bobby. Okay, let's
We're-
just go with
we're
Bobby.
definitely thinking of
Let's
Bobby.
go with Bobby. Okay, so like I was at a point where I quit swimming, and the reason why I quit swimming is because it wasn't making me happy. And at that point in my life, long story short, I had no friends, and it was pretty depressing. And I was so desperate to the point of making friends. I was like, I went on this forum. And then there was this guy. He's like, "Oh, come out Friday night, Starbucks."
Pretty
His name's
creepy guy,
Bobby.
not gonna lie.
His name's Bobby. Anyways, so like, yeah, come out Friday night. And I was so hesitant. I was like, dude, don't do this. This is fucking stupid. Why are you meeting someone like this on a seedy internet page?
I went in
Yeah,
as
then-
hard, dude.
I did the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
BFF or something.
Yeah.
yeah, they became
You
friends,
met him
yeah.
online?
I met this girl online.
Oh shit.
And we're friends.
What a cool story.
That's basically our story.
That is, yeah. And then we kind of met, and then
Yeah,
it
so
was
there
a
was
bunch-
6 of us,
Yeah.
and
I said, yeah.
Bobby and his mates. It was all really weird.
They were very.
It was
they were
very seedy.
seedy individuals.
But then-
What's
Creepy?
CD? What's
like
CD?
creepy,
Yeah.
like what you were describing earlier.
That's exactly the type of people I would have imagined. I swear to God. I don't fucking pick up dating.
Yeah,
Mm.
but then
I met Mick,
There was
and we were like
two cool guys.
two cool guys. Were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, let's hang out and let's just go out every day, and
Yeah.
like push ourselves out of our comfort zone. And we grew so much in the space of about 3 months, like because like day in day out we were like just doing stuff that we were scared of.
Mm.
And I feel like in that period we grew so much, and if we kept on doing that for like another year and a half, 2 years, to like where we are now, then who knows where the fuck we'd be.
Yeah.
But the problem was like after around that 3 month period was when we met you.
They have just approached me and like he tried to pick me up, I think.
Me and Amanda.
Amanda,
He
Amanda.
tried to
That's
pick
fine.
me up and he tried to pick up my friend, my
Yeah.
best friend
Oh my
Amanda.
God.
But
Dude,
but-
she was like,
We were hardcore. Like,
I
she was
remember,
like,
I
"You're
remember. I was like, hey, like I wasn't even trying to like
We were,
flirt.
like,
I was just
yeah.
being like nice. I was like, hey, what's your name? She's like, I want a protein bar. I was like, wait, what? I want a protein bar
I
now.
can see it in her eyes. She's like, I'm gonna murder someone.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was like, oh, okay. So what's your name? She's like, Amanda, but I want a fucking protein bar. I was like,
This
okay.
girl has cravings and she,
Yeah.
like she loves.
And she's carrying her
food.
shoes and she's like walking. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is.
Wasn't that last year's toga party?
This
Last
is-
year's Toga, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Last
we
year's,
walked out, you got your Facebook, and then you invited me to another Ryan's.
No, that was after.
I'm
that was
so
after.
nice.
So the
No, we bumped into you in the city.
Darling
That's
Harbour.
what
Oh
happened.
yeah.
That was the
yeah.
weirdest thing ever. So like,
Yeah. How many days after that?
I was like
Pretty
2 weeks
sick.
after.
2 weeks after.
Yeah, and
So
we were
coming
walking
from-
around, and then we bumped into you, Amanda, and Cole, and that's when Amanda started being nice to us.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember
Yeah.
that. It was because we went to a strip club and we were like, "Fuck that." We went in and we were like, "Nah, this
Oh,
is not
really?
good."
Was that the Toga night or was that the gay bar night?
And that was the gay bar. Oh no, it was the gay bar night.
Yeah, so we were like, let's just do fucking weird shit that we've never done before. Not actual gay stuff, but like we're just like, yeah, let's go to a gay bar, and then we went there, and then we got bored of that, and we're like, let's go to a strip club. That is the seediest thing in the entire
We
world.
literally walked
I highly
in,
do not recommend.
and we were like, no, this. I
felt uncomfortable. I just felt like one of those gross, creepy guys.
I was like, nah, and then we walked straight out. And I can never do that again.
I just look around, and it's like there's just all these weird
old
dudes just
ass
like
guy.
sitting there like, oh, there you go, girls. And it was like, no.
And like we talked to one of them, and she's trying to get us to like pay for shit. She's like, just buy some drinks.
Yeah, like nothing's genuine.
Like
very uncomfortable.
How were the girls? Were the girls hot though?
I don't know.
They were attractive. Obviously, they were attractive, but like it was just.
I'm too Muslim to do this.
But yeah, so then we bumped into you in the city.
Yeah.
And then
from there
you didn't actually end up coming, but I
guys didn't invite me
to Ryan's thing, and that's when we met the whole friend group.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like, it's probably one of the best things that ever happened. I reckon that we all became friends.
Not for me.
I thought all of you guys were in the same uni.
No,
we're all from all over the place.
That's why our friend group is like all messed up.
Like Chuck, like you guys.
Everybody meets through my birthday party.
Yeah.
Basically,
I meet you guys and then I
everybody tried to hit on Sarah and she just friend zoned all of us. That's
our friend group. Story, guys.
And then like so other girls.
Yeah.
It's like fucking my hobby, man. Friend zoning, dude. No, but mind you, they were fucking sober when they were approaching us. So respect to these guys, I'm telling you.
Well, it's like it was just like. It wasn't even just pickup. It just came down to one thing of like just stop being scared.
No, like because it wasn't. I wasn't just talking to girls. I was talking to guys. I was talking to like older people. I was talking to my boss, like literally partners at my firm, like that you're not supposed to talk to because they're like senior, like in the hierarchy.
And
but
just
like I was like, well, what's the worst?
And again, like I happily admit, like I'm not where I would say I don't think we'd ever be able to get to a point where we can say, "Oh, we're amazing at it." It's a constant growing.
And I don't want to get to that point. To be fair, I don't want to put that much time and effort.
No,
into
but it's
this.
good to have that confidence in you because a lot of people don't. If you're in your comfort zone and you're surrounded by your friends, you don't really think like, "I'm gonna approach this person at this bar."
Yeah, and that's also the big difference. Like you talk about outer confidence and inner confidence. So outer confidence is something that's very easy to get. Like say you're with a group of friends, or say like you have some high status. Or like
a lot of money,
a good career, car, whatever that. If you get all the confidence from these exterior things, all these muscles, even like all that shit can go away, and it doesn't take long to like earn these. I wouldn't say as long to like build these sort of things. Whereas like inner confidence it's like that kind of belief that you have inside you, or like a frame that you see the world, where it's like I'm completely confident within myself, and that is what the kind of thing we want to build. And I think that's what we work so hard. Day in, day out for about 3 months, and then we stopped because we got comfortable. Like it was just something that we were like, oh, we got our group of friends and everything, and we're having fun. So it was easy to do that than to keep trying.
So again, for me, sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say like, well, you can go on. But like I was just saying, so like right now, trying to get back into it, it's just about doing things that scare us. And I think the 3 big things we have right now. Well, I know you're just going to stand up, but so. Back to talking to strangers on a regular basis, whatever situation it may be, and then doing public speaking and doing stand-up comedy, because I think those 3 things are something that's very out of our comfort zone. But then there's also heaps of other things.
I really don't understand why people are so scared to just talk to other people, like to random people. Like
it's rejection. Rejection.
Why do we have such fear of rejection? Like
it's human nature.
It's because like
it's in our nature.
Like I read about why like people are so scared of rejection, and it's because like again we live in a modern society, but our brains are still primitive. And if you think about primitive times, when you have a tribe, say like that tribe rejects you, then you'll die because you don't have that support. You don't have people like.
That's so interesting, right?
And because you're like back then, and your brain still thinks like our brains aren't that different to what they were 5,000 years ago. Like if you got basically back then, if you got rejected from your tribe, you're dead. That is why people fear talking to people, fear like doing something out of the norm. But
don't you have to also talk to people in order to get inside a group so that you can protect each other? You know what I mean?
Well, most people just have your family.
Yeah, and you're already part of that tribe usually. So you don't want to act out. If you know what I mean?
To kind of talk to new people. It's like back at home, I would have my friends and whatnot. I would never think of going to a club by myself. And over here, like, in the beginning, the only person I knew was her. And like,
that's not a very good person to know.
She met all of you.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I forced myself to do things I would never do, and I'm glad that I did because I just feel more comfortable doing things on my own.
Yeah, and then your comfort zone just grows. You become more and more comfortable doing more and more challenging things, and until the point where like you're so comfortable doing all these things
that they don't seem like challenges anymore.
Exactly.
It's the norm in your lives.
And I think that's what's really disappeared, like backtracking to what we were talking about, like that's what's really disappeared between us ever since we stopped like trying to push ourselves out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like it's been shrinking again.
When do you think you've stopped doing that?
When he started.
When we were really
yeah, I would say that. That's probably when
relationship. I wouldn't say like it was long. We'd stopped for a long time once I was in a relationship, but I feel like it was when we had that strong friendship group, which was like Ryan and all that, and we just had good things going on.
Did I ever meet Ryan?
No, they've.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we haven't seen them in a while, but like so it was. I think when we met them, that's when we started to really just slip off.
So for me, this time, like it's not about getting girls or anything like that. It's just about talking to everyone. Like I'm not gonna be that person because it became that like I want to get a girlfriend, I want to get this, I want to. It became like I want.
But again, that's seeking something external. You're not trying to
so this time I'm literally just gonna be talking to people, trying to get comfortability and trying to make. So again, for my stand-up, like it would be good to like try and get random people to start laughing. And
and again, like you say, like about not getting girls, like there's the cause and the effect. Like the cause is you trying to build that inner confidence, and like something like say getting girls. Because I know for guys, like talking to girls, like a lot of like more shy, introverted guys, it's probably one of the scariest things that you could possibly do, and it's a byproduct. It's not your goal. Your goal is to build that inner confidence.
To be honest, I don't think it should just be men approaching girls. I think girls should also approach men. Like
definitely.
Yeah, but then you can't control other
people.
But
that's a different topic.
And you can't control what other people do, but you can control what you as cheesy as this fucking sounds, but you can control your own actions. And
not me. I got no self-control. But no, 100%. Something I really need to do is talk to people and make connections.
It's good that you
make friendships
because a lot of people don't even acknowledge the fact that they need to.
Like people like it's so easy to fool yourself and live your life in denial. Like it's so if you think about it, like when you try to
live in like a bubble.
Like when you try to give advice to say your friends, it's very easy because you're not the one actually in that situation, so you can look at it objectively. But when you're actually in the situation yourself and you actually try to give yourself feedback.
Do you listen to your own advice?
Yes.
I
always do.
Whenever
I give a lot of relationship advice because I've got a lot of friends like that. And I always listen to my advice that I give because I'm like, I give damn good advice. Fuck.
For someone so inexperienced?
But like I've had a lot of people and a lot of experiences where even though I've not been in like a lot of relationships, I've had other people be in, and I've seen what they've done, and I've seen how. So because you see like an outsider point of view, right?
Having an objective point of view is always good.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, you see it very subjectively.
Yeah.
You can't actually see it objectively. That's the problem. I was back to reading psychology shit. Again, I'm no professional. It's just something that I like to read about. But so what happens? What happens when you get into an intimate relationship with someone else?
We talked about this last week.
You actually build. We talked about it. So you actually build a chemical bond with that other person. So your brain actually rewires and has that attachment with that other person. And when there is romantic love in the question, the logic part of your brain, which I believe is the prefrontal cortex, that part actually shuts down. So you can't think logically anymore when you're. That's why with breakups, like people from the outside, when they look at that breakup, they look at that relationship, they're like, it's so obvious. But when you're actually in the relationship, you just can't see it because there's that chemical attachment and the
Alright, okay, I'm definitely gonna cut this podcast off here because
we've been going for a while.
But I think, hour now.
I think the last 10 minutes there was something pretty insightful. But
Sarah, would you like to close off with any final words?
That's
a beautiful final word. And Safira, would you like to say anything?
Thank you for listening, friends and family.
If you made it to this whole hour, I'm so impressed.
Safira's got like the softest voice I've ever. She's like, hi everyone.
So horny.
And I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, guys, I recommend you go clubbing by yourself. Trust me, it strengthens
it's
your
fun.
character. Yeah,
It's honestly really fun.
Terrifying, but strengthens your character. It's something.
Yeah.
I
it's
wish
only
I could-
terrifying at the beginning. It was. I went in Thailand. I went clubbing by myself. It was really terrifying at the beginning, and I ended up the night with like a huge group of like random people, and we all got together, and it was so nice and fun.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that's
Thanks. Guys.
Anything, Vincent, you would like to
Thanks
I can't
for
believe we talked for
listening.
1 hour.
subscribe, like, and all that shit.